it just says starting now.
My name's Liz, you'll know me. If you want to, before we start, the theme is hit the share button, invite all of your friends to this makeup pamper party. Let me introduce Jenny. This is
Hello.
Jenny Allen. She's one of our execs,
platinum
execs, and she's got all the information. I'm actually going to be asking Jenny about all the makeup, the Tropic makeup range that we have here. And if you have any questions, let us know. And anybody that
sale, we've got a lovely sale.
We have got a lovely sale. We've got certain things here. We will tell you as we go through what's in a sale. And if anybody orders over £25 tonight, by the end of it, I'm going to put up the link of where you can buy, and you will be entered into a competition or a draw that somebody will be able to be the hostess for the evening. So however much money we sell, somebody will be getting 15% commission of everything we sell tonight. So that could be some lovely makeup.
And they can choose what they want as well.
They can.
Yeah.
So, thanks Jenny for coming.
My pleasure.
Would you like to tell me about a little bit about Tropic makeup to start with?
I will. Yeah. So Tropic makeup is made virtually exclusively in the UK. It's a British company. We market skincare as well and bath and body products too. The makeup is almost 100% naturally derived, and the ingredients that aren't actually 100% naturally derived are EWG rated 1, and they're safe to use. Okay. So we never use anything that's harmful, no toxic chemicals. It's a vegan company, it's gluten free, and it's made in Surrey in our beauty kitchen, Surrey Beauty Kitchen. So most of the skincare, nearly all the skincare is made there, and then virtually all of the makeup too. Some of the products we send elsewhere because the machinery we use that needs to be used we haven't got yet, but we're working on that. But I can say that it's the best makeup range I've ever used, because it feels like you're not wearing any makeup, and when it's on your skin it just looks so pretty.
Yeah, definitely. I
really
agree
does.
with that.
It really
it's so
is a good
light.
range.
And that's a good thing that you said that it's in Surrey, because you all know that I've worked with other companies before, and we had to wait for them to come from America, and it created a huge problem. Now that we're in Surrey, there is no waiting. I think we get deliveries within 4 days.
Well, with some of the makeup items, they actually make things like in NutriBullets. So some of the minerals, for example, and this is one of the mineral foundations that we do. We do 6 different colours, and we'll talk about that later. They use NutriBullets to get the blend so fine and smooth, and it really does feel like silk when you use it. So we do make an awful lot of our products. I've actually helped make lip gloss at HQ, which was very exciting. We helped blend different colours, and we were allowed to take them home. So I know exactly how they're made, and they are made of pure, lovely ingredients that you wouldn't mind eating.
That's awesome. Absolutely awesome.
They smell good enough to eat sometimes too.
So let's start. Can you tell me a bit about the Beauty Boost that we have?
Yeah, so Beauty Boost, pure precision Beauty Boost. Now, this is Pure Effects rather Beauty Booster, and it's a really weird mixture of a serum, a sunscreen, SPF 35, and a moisturiser with a bit of tint in it. Okay. It comes in 6 different colours, so we've got 6 of them here, and they are incredibly easy. It's almost like a foundation, a liquid foundation, but it's also really good for your skin.
Okay.
So you've got some really good ingredients in here, folks. You've got resveratrol, which is from grape skin.
Wow.
And it's full of antioxidants.
Okay.
You've got something called olive squalane, which is another ingredient that Susie Ma, who owns Tropic and is co-founder with Lord Sugar, she calls it facelift in a bottle. And we have hyaluronic acid. I don't know if you know about hyaluronic acid.
Tell me a bit about it.
Well, it's a natural product that we make in our skin right from birth.
Okay.
And our skin is where it's mostly concentrated. And what it does, it draws liquid in from the atmosphere to keep your skin hydrated. It's also I found out the other day, because there was something on Facebook about it. It's in your joints, and it's in your synovial fluid as well. I'm actually a nurse, which is why I know these names. So it keeps everything moving. It basically is a lubricant, and it's almost like a jelly. Now, as you get older, you produce less and less of it. So
That's
your
why we
skin,
get wrinkly.
yes, it makes your skin less supple,
Yeah.
not so plump and juicy. Babies have got loads of hyaluronic acid, and it's a completely natural product. So we use a naturally derived plant-based hyaluronic acid in
Wow.
our
Okay.
beauty boost, which means that as the day goes on, it has the ability to absorb 1,000 times its own weight in water.
Wow.
So 1 drop of hyaluronic acid would absorb 1,000 drops of water. So you can imagine if it's in your skin, it's going to draw all the lovely air in with the water, and it's going to make your skin feel good. So if you're in a centrally heated office or it's a very dry atmosphere, so that's one of the benefits. The other thing it's got is SPF 35 from zinc oxide, and I think it's got titanium dioxide. Again, 2 natural minerals that stop the UVA and UVB getting to your skin. There is one other ingredient which is very unusual, and it's called Aztec Marigold Extract.
Okay.
And that product actually stops the ultraviolet light on a wavelength that we can't actually really notice, but it's called high energy visible light. And it's the light that's coming off the phone,
Yeah.
the computer screen,
Okay.
the iPad, the tablet, whatever you're using, artificial light.
So everything that we have in our home.
Artificial light has got high energy visible light, and it's a wavelength of ultraviolet light. Now, we've evolved a system to protect ourselves against UVA and UVB. We make melanin, which is why we go brown in the sun. That protects our skin from burning. HEV light produces an aging effect right deep down in the deep layers of the skin.
Okay.
And it's not actually visible. You know, you can't actually see it happening.
Mm.
I'm actually 63, and I will
Doesn't
probably,
look good.
well, thank you for that. It's not why I'm saying that. It's that the fact that at my age, I haven't had that much technology for years.
Yeah.
There were no
Yeah.
things like iPads and computers, so I haven't been exposed to as much of this light as the youngsters of today are going to be, and it will affect them, and it will age their skin.
Okay.
So this Aztec Marigold in here protects you against that wavelength. So it's absolutely imperative to use it really every day. And if you match it to the colour of foundation that you would normally have, you've got everything from porcelain, which is the very, very lightest, right down to rich mocha. There's 6 colours in between. So the other thing with our makeup, as with all of our products, you have a 30-day trial. So if you order it tonight and it's not the right colour, you just have to let you know, Liz know, and it will be sorted for you without any charge. You know.
So that's amazing. So you're wearing makeup. Normally, when I used to wear makeup, I always felt like I was. You don't feel great. Your skin doesn't feel great, but actually, it's got so many great benefits that.
Right, we have a question.
Okay.
Is the foundation full coverage? Well, I'll talk about the other foundation, because this is really like a primer. But as a nurse, I'm not really allowed to wear a lot of makeup, or I don't want to wear a lot of makeup. I'm looking after children, so I get licked and groped and, you know, all of that by the children. And so I can't be wearing thick makeup. It just wouldn't be appropriate. But I often am going out and about with the children outside, so I do want that sun protection. And I want to look, you know, half decent.
See, I use that as a foundation,
yes,
so I don't like it really heavy.
Sorry, I just dropped the sponge there.
And I know there's a special offer on that.
There is,
yeah. So
this is £22. It's really long lasting. For me, it lasts about 8 months or more.
Wow.
So it's working out very, very reasonable to use.
Yes.
It's £22. And at the moment, it comes with this little beauty sponge. It's called Beauty Drop. It's latex free. It doesn't smell. You dampen it down first before you use it, and I actually put the product straight on onto the pointed end, and I just dot it on my face, and then it blends really beautifully. You can blend it right down your neck. It's absolutely fantastic. And then every now and again you can just pop it in the washing machine and it'll wash up beautifully. But I leave it to dry between uses. So that's normally £6. It's free at the moment.
Okay.
So if you want that, you will get the free Beauty Precision Drop with it.
That's great. I love the Beauty Drop.
Yeah, it's really good.
Gets into
the little pointed end is also very good for another product we'll talk about in a minute.
Okay.
The concealer, because you can dip it into the concealer pot and then just apply it, dab it onto the whatever it is you're trying to cover up. But I like it because you can get right into the corners of your nose, right round the chin. What's it say? Yes, and don't forget, if you order tonight, you were going to get
somebody's going to be
15% of the products.
A name's going to be drawn out of the hat, and somebody will get 15% commission, which is a hostess gift. So everybody that places an order tonight, somebody will get a chance to win a really good prize. It's going to be free makeup, basically.
You can tell us what you want as well.
Yes, definitely. So, that was really great. Can you tell me a bit more about the mineral foundation? Because I know we do that as a liquid one,
yes.
but we do have a mineral one.
Right, we have 6 different colours. Again, porcelain, barely nude, warm beige, soft honey, rich, smooth caramel, and rich mocha.
So they marry with the other foundations. So if you wanted a really full coverage, would you buy that and
yes?
So you wore them both together?
I would say this is more of a daytime one.
Okay.
But some people want a much richer one. Yes, some people are asking about.
I've actually tagged it on the top of the page. Is it not on there? Okay, can you do that for me, Steph? Just tag it. Do you know how to do that? Okay.
I'll write it in the comments.
So if you get the wrong colour,
you can pin it.
I would say I'm actually warm beige at the moment.
I'm a warm beige.
Because I've got a little bit of colour in my skin. But might be, if I went on holiday, might be smooth caramel. And in the winter, I'm barely nude. Well, not literally.
But
I'm grateful for that.
doesn't it adapt to 3 colours?
It does. Actually, whatever colour you are, it will go. It'll be very forgiving if you haven't got exactly the right colour. Because it's so translucent. That's exactly what it does.
Okay.
This is really beautiful. That's actually not one of the colours. That's something else that we'll talk about in a minute. This is the mineral foundation. This is one of the things they make in the NutriBullet. And I've seen them filling the pots up at HQ. So this one is actually one of the darker colours. Okay. It's very finely milled. Now it's actually very unusual. There are lots of other foundations out there, and a lot of them have got toxic chemicals in, but we don't. Bare Minerals is the #1 foundation in the world, I believe. If you look at a bare mineral molecule under the microscope, a piece of the actual ingredient, it will have jagged edges, look like a rocky mountain.
Okay.
Now ours looks like a ballpark of little balls of product, which are all natural minerals. And they all slide over each other very well, so they don't sit in your lines.
Okay.
They go in the lines and they reflect light back, so it's a very flattering one, especially for older ladies, because older ladies often don't like to wear a mineral foundation because it can look a bit cakey.
Yes.
This one is very, very forgiving.
It is lovely.
How you apply it, we've got this beautiful kabuki brush, one of our brushes.
The best.
Yeah, the brushes, they're vegan, so these fibres are artificial. This is organic bamboo, and they are the best brushes I've ever used. So what you do is you tap a little bit of the product into the lid, and you just get the kabuki brush into there and sort of swirl it right down, and then give it a couple of little taps so that the excess goes off.
What happens to put some on me if you just
This one might be a bit dark.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Very dark. And how you actually apply it. Let me just might as well get the right colour, so you'll be warm beige.
Yeah, I am warm beige.
I don't want you to look like an Oompa Loompa.
Oh, I don't mind.
So how you apply it is, I actually just do one little tap on my hand to get the excess off. I start in the middle of my nose and I do it in circles.
Okay.
All around like this. And a little bit goes an awful long way. So I'll just
there wasn't a lot on there.
No, and it feels very silky when you touch your skin.
It doesn't feel like I've got anything on.
No, it actually makes your skin sort of breathe through it. It's that good, and it's 100% natural as well. So the colours come from the actual rock that it's made of.
So, like the other foundation, when you wear this...
Just go down your neck too, because you go like that. And this has got SPF 20 in it.
Oh wow, okay.
So you've actually got even more SPF there as well. But this stays on really well. Now, with the Pure Effects, you put that on in the morning.
Yeah.
You put that on in the morning. Okay. And then there's another product we can talk about in a minute, which you put on as a finishing powder. I don't know about you, I used to get a very oily T-zone. And I wouldn't like that shine that you get. So I put something called Soft Focus on. I don't know if it's on the same page. I think it is actually, isn't it? So Soft Focus is the one products that I probably sell more of than anything else, because a lot of my customers don't want to wear heavy makeup in the day, just occasionally in the evening if they're going out, but they want to have a non-shiny face.
Okay.
So our Pure Effects Beauty Booster with Soft Focus on top is an absolute winner.
Gives you a matte look.
It really does. So this has got licorice in it as one of the ingredients. Now I'm going to just ask you to just have it as a little brush there. Is there a little brush I can...
Here?
That's it, lovely. Take one of these little brushes. Just going to put some on your hands, Liz, and I want you to just touch that and just feel how soft it is.
It's just like...
It's amazing, isn't it?
It's really lovely.
I know, it's unbelievably soft, and that's why it's called soft focus probably. So again, it's spherical technology, tiny little beads of a completely natural plant base. It's got things like olive leaf in it. What else has it got in it? It's it's called Candlelight in a Pot by Susie, because she thinks it's so flattering. It's got licorice, it's got a bit of aloe vera in there, which is very soothing, but it's also hydrating. It's got green tea, which is an antioxidant in there. And again, you apply it by putting a little bit in the lid, dipping your kabuki brush in, and you can use the same one as you've used the mineral, and you literally just go like this
and put it on top,
and you swirl it around on top. And when you put that, it makes your skin feel so soft. It really does. Now you can reapply that several times a day.
So say you're going to a wedding, 'cause it's wedding season, and I've put that on in the morning, and you always want to touch your makeup sort of like in the afternoon, late afternoon.
This would be
perfect.
perfect.
Would I just put that on, or would I have to reapply?
No, you don't need to put your minerals or your base on it. You just literally dust that over the top, and it's done. And it instantly mattifies without looking cakey. So you can put it on 10 times a day if you wanted to, but lovely soft texture,
it just doesn't feel like you've got anything on.
Only one colour, because it's translucent, it'll go on any colour skin. So it's a really beautiful product, and it's one of the products you get free in the collection that we have.
Oh really?
Yeah, and I'll tell you about the other product that comes with it. So this one is called Warm Glow. Now a lot of people are frightened of these sort of rusty coloured.
I think I had one of those for my wedding 20 years ago. It was something,
It's a fantastic warming bronzing. Now it looks like rust. It's sort of a rusty colour. You don't need a lot of it.
So it's highly pigmented.
Highly pigmented. It'll last you for ages, but because it's mineral, it's going to last forever anyway. It's rock.
So that's great.
So this you've got so many different options with this one. You only need a tiny bit. So again, with your same kabuki brush, you dip it in. Again, I tap it on my hand to make sure there's not too much there.
Because I could look like an lump.
Now, one or two of my friends use it all over their face to just give a warm glow, which is why it's called Warm Glow. And it looks really lovely as long as you don't go too heavy with it. And you can use it on your shoulders, on your décolletage. It's one of those beautiful warming tones that suits lots and lots of people. You can use it as a contouring as well. So if you wanted to put it on your cheekbones to look like you've been in the sun, a little bit on your nose, a little bit on your chin, and you can use it to actually contour your face. There's so many different ways of using it. But you get that free, and you get the soft focus free.
In the kit that you're going to show us later.
Yeah, well I can do it now if you want. Do you want to?
Yeah, show us.
You just pass that kit over. It's called the Flawless Complexion Kit. And it saves, now you'll have to remind me how much it saves, it's either 37 or 36, depending on whether you get the box. Now we have boxes in Tropic with collections. If you don't want the box, if you're very conscious about being a bit more green and eco-friendly, so you save £36 or 37 I think when you don't have the box. So you're getting the mineral, the soft focus and the warm glow free. What you're paying for is your choice of foundation. You're paying for the beautiful kabuki brush, which you can use everywhere. And then you get this little concealer brush as well. Now that is really useful, because the other thing you can do with the minerals is use it, dip it in your mineral, and then dab it onto a spot or a bit of highly pigmented area or rosacea or anything like that. And you can use it almost like a liquid concealer. So that little brush, you buy that brush and you buy the mineral, and you get those. So how much
is the whole kit?
It's for £50. £50.
And
it's going to last you for loads and loads. You might have to replace. Yes, it saves you £36.
That is such good value.
It is quite amazing. It's one of our top selling makeup collections. So that's the first one. We did touch on the word concealer.
Yeah, we did.
And we do have an absolutely wonderful concealer. It's so good, you can actually cover, if you wanted to, you could cover a tattoo.
Oh really?
It comes in 3 colours. You've got light, medium and dark. They're £22.
No, not sometimes. It's just one person.
If everyone can hear us, do us a thumbs up.
Give us a thumbs up. Is it just one person, or you all can't hear us?
There are lots of thumbs going up. There might only be one person watching.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I
good.
had
So-
that the other day. That's yeah.
Right, so it's just one.
It's just their sound.
So this concealer is going to last you ages. Our products have a best before date on them as well, but these ones are just going to go on forever. Best before date on our products means that that's the date that they're absolutely in a tip-top condition.
Okay.
They might smell absolutely wonderful. They contain a lot of essential oils. We don't use fragrance.
Oh,
So
okay,
some of our
that's really
products,
handy.
especially the skincare, doesn't contain any perfume or fragrance because it's so...
So anybody that's got like a skin cancer or whatever that can't actually use fragrance things, they can actually use.
Yeah, it's not
our
just
makeup.
that, it's acne, rosacea, dermatitis, eczema. Sometimes people are very, very sensitive
Okay.
and they get eczema very easily. So fragrance is one of the big no-nos.
Okay.
We don't use it in any of our products.
Awesome.
So this has actually got zinc oxide in it, which is healing.
Oh.
And they put it in babies' nappy creams.
Okay. Yeah.
It's also mineral, so it's completely mineral. It's 100% naturally derived. Comes in this little clinky pot. Now, I always say never stick your finger in anything. So you can take it out with a little spatula or a little stick or a cotton bud, or you can use that little brush
Yes.
that you tip in there. Take some out, put it on your hand, and then apply it to your something like a longer stick like that. So you take a little bit like that. And this product, if I can show you, I've got quite a few little age spots there, some old. I'm just going to see, I don't know if this is the right colour even, I'm going to just try and show you how you do it. You dab it rather than wipe it on, and it gives a very, very good coverage. It's not quite the right colour, but you can see that little spot's gone. I'll do another one. But we actually did this on one of the girls in the hamper the other day. She had a little tattoo,
Yeah.
completely covered it up. So she didn't need to cover it up, but it just showed you what sort of coverage it had. So they are really, really good, and they're particularly good for hiding red thread veins,
Yeah.
age spots or sun damage, acne. It's actually healing the spot underneath while it's actually on top of the spot, hiding
Okay. And
it.
there's a lot of people that I know that have got rosacea that are really, so that would do.
It would be really good for that. And not just for the face. There was a lady that was a Pilates teacher, and she'd had a very bad car accident or motorbike accident, and she's one of the Tropic ambassadors, and she wrote a little video blog. She covered her scar up with it, and then she wiped it off, and she said it was the only thing that covered. It was actually scarring and lots and lots of sort of red veins and everything, and I thought, well, there's nothing to worry about, it doesn't look that bad. Then she took it off, and I realised that she could have been quite conscious of it, especially when she was a Pilates teacher. So she absolutely loved it. In fact, she was in tears showing it.
So do we haven't got an offer on that.
There isn't an offer on that, but it's such a good concealer. I think a lot of makeup artists use it, and I think a lot of stage makeup artists use it as well.
It's great that it's healing as well as if you're, because when you're concealing, you're
and
trying
SPF 30 as well in it. SPF 30.
Can I get you guys to all share to all your friends, invite all your friends to this live, and we're trying to get as many people on as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move on.
So what's the next thing?
Let's have a look at the sculpting palette. Now I know this is on offer at the moment.
Yes, we have 3 different palettes of 3 colours. So we have a contouring brownie shade, a pinky shade, and a light creamy shade. So I will say chocolate, strawberry, vanilla. And it comes with a lovely mirror, nice little thin compact. And it's £25, I believe. 24 pounds. And it's on sale at the moment. So at the moment it works out at £19.20, 20% off. Most English roses would probably be this colour, which is this colour here, which is called Coral Blush.
Are they highly pigmented again, are they?
Again, very highly. You can use
So
that
you won't
one as
use a lot.
eyeshadow. You could use both of those as eyeshadow. If
Okay.
you want to wear pink eyeshadow, I suppose you could there. So this is the Coral Blush. This is the bronzing palette. This looks great on brown skin, Asian skin, anyone that's tanned, got a very good high colouring. So again, you've got those 3 colours, all of which you could use as eyeshadows as well.
Okay.
Beautiful.
And they're only £19.20 at the moment.
£19.20. And the one that I sell a lot, because this suits a lot of people with Asian skin.
Yeah.
Looks great. Olive skin. Anyone with got that sort of slightly olive complexion looks really good with this. Susie's actually from China. She's got the most beautiful skin. This is the one she uses.
Okay.
And it's called Vintage Rose.
Okay.
So that's an absolute winner. But I personally like both of them, so I tend to use that one. This one's a bit pale for me.
Okay.
But they last for ages as well. So how you use these? It comes in another kit. There is another kit which gives you brushes. You get 2 different brushes with it, and you can buy it with a box or without the box. If you buy it with a box, it's got instructions.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna physically. Well, actually, I might put this on you. Actually, Liz, if you don't mind. I'm going to use this one. I think use the coral blush. That one there.
Coral.
So you get a cheek brush.
Okay.
And you get the angled cheek brush with this. And there's different ways you can do it, but the way I was shown how you do it, if you just put your hair off your face for a second, I use the fat brush there, and I start with a sort of brownie colour.
Okay.
Just again tap it off because it is highly pigmented, and I tend to start under the cheekbone. So I start at the hairline and just go down under the cheekbone, and then a little bit more, and I sort of do like a number 3.
Oh, okay.
So like that, and I do 3 threes to blend it. And what that does, it slims your face down because it makes
I could do that.
And the best thing for me, it gets rid of your double chin. Not that you've got one, but that's what it's supposed to do. So again, on the other side,
brushes just feel divine.
they're very soft, aren't they? So again, you can start at the top and work under, and just do 3 threes. And the effect is very subtle. I haven't overdone it. I'm doing the technique as much as anything else. So that's what you do with that colour. The next one, I tend to use this brush, and I just tickle there. Again, pat it on there, and I just do a little dab on the cheekbone. Lower than the nose, and I don't go higher than the eye. So, and the great thing with this is if you put too much on, all you need to do is get a bunched up white tissue and just gently puff it away.
Okay.
Like that. Very pretty. And then with the this one again, I get rid of the excess colour, and then this is a highlighter, so you can use this in lots of different ways. You can just dust it on top of your cheekbones, and it gives a really pretty look. It's very sort of shimmery.
So that's great for contouring.
Yes, it is contouring. Now you don't have to use it as a contouring, but this is how you would do it. And then where the sun might kiss you, so just on the nose. And you can, if you've got a big nose, you haven't, but you could put the brown on the inside of in there as well and make your nose look slimmer. And a little bit on the chin, and maybe a little bit just on the brow. Now you can play with this when you get your own one and find what suits you the most. But lots of people love this kit, and they come back for more when they run out. It lasts about a year, so it's really, really good value.
And it really doesn't feel like you've got anything on.
No. And if I'm going to work and I don't really want to have that much makeup, I literally just get my fat brush, go like that, and just dob it on my cheekbones, and then just brush it, and it just gives you a bit of colour without looking like a painted dolly.
Okay.
So that one is on sale, 20% off for the rest of the month, certainly tonight anyway.
Okay.
What's the next one?
Let's move on then. Let's go to the Mineral Eyeshadow Palette.
Actually, just before we move on, I'll tell you what's in that palette. It's not just pigment. You've got coconut oil, jojoba, carrot oil. It's not to make you see in the dark. It's really good for giving you a boost of vitamin A.
Okay.
Vitamin E, which is an antioxidant. And the coconut oil is actually antibacterial and antimicrobial.
Oh, really?
So that's in there just to sort of, again, it saves you. Hang on, I have to put my bins on for this one. The collection it saves you £19 or 20 if you don't have the box.
Okay.
So it's really good.
But it's actually on offer at the moment as well.
Yes, so it's on offer on its own at £19.20. So weigh up the difference, but it saves you a lot more actually if you buy the whole kit.
What I like about all of this makeup is actually everything is actually working for your benefit while you've got makeup on.
Yeah,
it's all healing, or there's good things that's going on.
It's got SPF in it. Susie will only put an ingredient in a product if she thinks there's a good reason to have that ingredient in. She won't just put it in because it sounds nice. Yeah. She's really good like that. So she puts the right amount of what it needs to make it effective. So our 3 buzzwords are pure, honest, effective. And that's the core of everything that we do. Yeah. If it has got an ingredient in there, it's because there's a good enough reason for it. Yes.
Awesome. So, eyeshadow palettes.
We have 4 beautiful eyeshadow palettes here. So, and they've got like an idiot's guide to what to do with them on the back, which is great.
Which is really
useful. So it gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, and it tells you where to put 1, 2, 3, 4.
So,
just as a guide. Yeah, just as a guide. Now you don't have have to follow it.
No, but a lot of people don't know how to do
That's
it.
it. So it gives a very effective look if you do that. It comes with a little mirror, and it's £18. Really good value. So you have a highlighter colour, which is the top one, and more of a sort of almost like a liquid eyeliner. You can make that into a liquid eyeliner by dipping the little brush. We do a wonderful little very fine tipped eyeliner brush, which you can either use dry, and then pop your finger on and just use underneath or on top if you want to, or you can put it into some water, clean water, and then make it into a little liquid eyeliner, and that works. It makes it a little bit darker. Or you can use it as a shader if you're going to go for a smoky eye look.
Okay.
And then you've got two colours that you can put on your lid, depending on what you fancy for the day. So we've got the Brown-Eyed Girl. We have the Wild Wisteria, which is a sort of plummy, lovely plummy shade, and a dusty pink.
I like that.
Now this looks really gorgeous with green and brown eyes.
Okay.
The purpley colour, it's not purple, it's just very, very flattering. It brings out the greenness of the eye and the brownness, and it's wonderful, it really is. It's one of my favourites. Now we've also got this one here, which is called Wilderness, and that's more of a green palette, green olive palette, but you've got this beautiful grey, matte grey there, which is a beautiful colour for an eyeliner.
Yes.
It goes with everything. And this gold one is particularly beautiful here, this top one here. And again, you've got the guide to where they all go. So the most popular one is the Brown-Eyed Girl, because anyone can wear it. And in fact, I always say eyeshadow, it's the colour you like to wear, because I quite like to wear an eyeshadow that matches what I'm wearing. So tonight I would make, yes, I might have worn the blue Masquerade. So this is another very popular one. Yeah, it's more of like a grey blue, like a slate blue, which is very flattering.
Yes,
it really is. There's a little tip I can show you. If you get a clean eyeliner brush, you dip it in the lightest colour, and you just put a little dot. If you take your glasses off, put a little dot, close your eye a minute, into the corner of the eye, and then just put your finger in, and it gives you the optical illusion of having a wider eye. Sort of opens up the eye. I'll show you what I'm doing, Liz. I'm just popping a little bit in there, in that corner there, like that. And you can do another bit with a brush, an eyeliner brush, eyeshadow brush rather, which I think I used, there it is. So you can actually do on top of the eyeshadow of your choice the same colour, and you just put a little bit in the top of the ball part of, the bulbous part of your eye, and it does the same thing. If you actually have a look in the lens, it just, close your eye again, just makes the eye look lovely. It's a little sort of makeup trick that some of the girls in the team who are makeup artists have taught me. So I'll do the other one just to even you up. And you don't need a lot, it's just literally a tiny dot. These are very concentrated indeed.
So they're going to last a long time.
Yeah, and you can blend it. Whenever you've put eyeshadow on, then you need to blend it all, so it makes it softer.
Sure.
Yeah, so on you, what colour eyes? You've got lovely...
I've got browny, greeny sort of...
But so I would have used probably this one on you, because that's...
So I never go for the green.
No, well, it would look amazing.
Even though it's my favourite colour.
Yeah, it's really good. So those are £18 and they are wonderful. So we've also got in there something called baobab seed oil, and that's the funny tree that's upside down. It looks like it's growing out of the ground upside down, but it's got lots of fatty acids that are very soothing to the skin. It's got chamomile flower oil in it, and this is anti-inflammatory. So if you've got sensitive skin, a lot of people are very sensitive to eyeshadows. Yeah, this is going to help. It's got vitamin E, which is another antioxidant. And it really is, and again the top tip is the lighter shade in the corner of the eye. Dark colours, now dark colours make your eyes go back into the shadows. So if you've got very small deep set eyes, you want a light shade on the lid, and if you've got very bulbous eyes, you want to put something darker to make them go back. That's the sort of rule to do it. So dark makes eyes look deeper, and light brings them forward. So you wouldn't put a light on someone with bulbous eyes, you wouldn't put a light shadow, you put a dark one. So those little things, give you a little bit of help. So the next thing, I think I've got the eyeliners. The eyeliners are, they're bulletproof actually, I think. Got 3 colours, and they're £14. They last forever, they really do. I'm right down to one stump there. I think I've had the pencil about 2 years.
Wow.
So we have rich chocolate, and we have slate, which is a lovely dark grey, and then we have noir, film noir, which is black, but not a black that makes you look ridiculous. It's a very sort of forgiving black. So how I usually show people when I do my Pampers how good they are, this isn't my idea, it's one of my uplines idea, but you literally just drag, you don't even have to drag it, you just do that very, very, very lightly. And you can see it's actually leaving a mark on my skin without any pressure. So you've got about 20 seconds when you put this on from applying it to when it actually starts to become waterproof and smudge proof and cry proof and swim proof. And it really is. And a very unusual applicator in that you wind it up, you don't sharpen it with a pencil sharpener. You wind it up, and then in the other end you have this little, it's almost like a little docking system for a spaceship. So you wind it out, you put the lead into there, and you just give it a little twist, and it just gives you a bit of a finer point on the end. So it goes into the bottom there, and then you've got the other end that clicks into there. So awesome. So you don't have to ever sharpen it. I always say sometimes they can dry out because they're a silk gel. So if it feels a little bit dry, then just sharpen it very slightly, and it'll be absolutely fine again. So just to show you what I said about it being really long lasting, I'm actually going to try and rub it off now. Now I haven't got any magic fingers or anything. I'm actually going to rub it quite hard, but you can see I'm rubbing hard and it's still staying put. It really, really is very, very, it sticks very well. It doesn't make my eyes water. Other things now make my eyes water.
Because I used to have, I'd never wear these because they'd always aggravate, but not these ones, obviously.
No, they're great.
Aggravate my eyes.
And if you wear contact lenses, again, you don't want you you just don't want anything nasty. These are pure as you can get, and they're really safe.
So what is in those?
Right, in here we have, well in fact it doesn't actually say what the ingredients are on this one, but it's going to be non-toxic, it won't have any harmful chemicals in it, and it will have safe colourings in it. But it is wonderful. They are really, really good.
How much are they?
£14.
Yes.
They're not in the sale, but they are really good. So those three colours, so grey, black and chocolate brown. And they'll last you for ages.
Shall we move on to the lipsticks?
Oh, this comes off with our cleanser as well. Or in fact, any cleanser, it's really good. Lipsticks, yes. Or what about the brows? Should we stay with the eyes?
Sorry,
It's all right. It's only because I've got that there. It's not in the right order. But, right, we have. There's no doubt about it. The eyebrow is a very important part of how your face looks, and I haven't actually got any on at the moment because I deliberately didn't put any on this morning. So I'll show you what I do. But it comes in. This is the Eyebrow Palette. It comes in three different colours. So this one is the middle shade, which is this is the middle shade, which is ochre. The darkest shade is called Bistra, or Bisto as I call it, and then the light one is taupe. And they all have a white highlighter there, which you use under the eyebrow to give your eye. It sort of makes your eye look more open, and it's like a creamy feel to it. So. But these are on sale at the moment. They're normally £18, and they come down to £14.40.
Such great value.
I know.
That's just amazing.
Now we have a kit. The kit is the stencils, which you get free if you buy this.
Yeah,
they're really good.
They're natural. It's like
so. These are really clever. You've got 4 little plastic stencils. They've got different names on them. This one's modern. This one is called elegant. That one's called sleek, and that one's called natural. So they're slightly different shapes, and one of them will be perfect for you. So you might not need all of them, but they're free anyway in this kit. So if you want to buy them separately, they're £7. So most people buy the kit. And then you get this brush, which I can't live without, and it's called the it's the Eyebrow Kit Brush. So you've got a sloping straight edge there at the end, and you've got a nice fluffy end at the other end. So let me see what your eyebrows are like. It might be easy just to show as I've got my eyebrows under my fringe at the moment. I'm going to do it on you.
Thank you.
So what one are you? What do you normally
using
wear?
That one.
So you use the mid brown ochre. I would have said the Beast on you because you're very, very dark. But let's go with what you know that suits you.
Well, no, you can try the other one.
Can I try it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like to go out my comfort
And what
zone.
shape would you say
Natural.
you are? You're natural. Okay. Now don't do what I did the first time I did this. I was in such a panic because it was the first time I'd done a pamper. So I put the fat end at the outside.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I did that. The woman had no eyebrows. Poor lady had alopecia, so she had no eyebrows. So the eyebrow was fat at one end and thin on the middle. So I started to sweat in panic and did the same on the other side. So it was all right on the other side, but of course it was going across her face the same way. It was like galloping horses going across. So then they were all laughing at me by now, or with me. They were laughing at me actually. So I wiped it off and then I did it again and it was fine. And she bought it.
Yeah, no, I absolutely.
She did.
And I never really wore used eyebrow
I've
kit.
sold this to people who say, "Oh, I can't be bothered to do that."
I had to keep nicking it back from my daughter because I'd have to hunt because
Well, one of the signs of aging, there's 5 signs of aging. The obvious one is wrinkles, age spots, open pores, grey hair, and the 5th one that people don't even notice, but it's there, is the fact that you lose the outside of your eyebrows as you get older. And you wonder what happened because you wake up one day and there's hardly anything there. And you think, I don't remember plucking that, but they're not there. And it's a sign of aging. You lose the hair at the outside of your eyebrows. Women do, I don't know about men. I think they get even bushier with men. And they grow out the nose as well.
that's my husband.
So I'm going to try this. So what you do, you get the fat end goes near the bridge of your nose. And you try and match it to where the shape of the hair, the brow is. So what you do is you stipple, you go into the, this is the colour that we're going to use, which is the ochre.
No, you were going to use the dark one.
I was going to use the dark one, wasn't I? Yeah. So let me shut those two up. So this is the dark brown. So you stipple, just put some colour on the end of the brush. You don't have to cover it because a little bit goes a long way.
Yeah.
I'm still using the original one that I had 3 years ago, yes. And then I always dib it on the back of my hand just to get the worst of the one little dib there. I will put my glasses on for this.
Am I going to look like the only way is Essex?
No, so you try and get the hair in there.
It's really easy to do on your own as well.
And then I just sort of go like this. I just do that, and then I do like windscreen wipers.
Yeah.
And then finish going that way, so where the hair is going that way. And then take that off. Whoa, look at that. Let me see. That makes that's your colour actually.
Is it?
Yeah, without a doubt.
And then,
now I use my little finger.
Okay.
So on my own one, and I'm going to do it on here. So because it's warm, it warms up the, so then you just put a little bit of that on the little finger, the ball of the little finger. And then I just put it under the eyebrow. And that just makes the eye open up. Open your eye. Doesn't that look lovely? It really does.
Can you please do the other one?
No. No, I'm going to make you go home. So what you do, turn it over.
Yeah.
Give it a little wipe so you don't get any pigment on the person's face. And you just repeat the whole thing. So, again, you just follow it then. If you make a mistake, you can always take it off. But just a little bit of...
It's just so easy to do, that's what... And it makes such a difference.
And then backwards and forwards like a windscreen wiper. And this makes such a difference to virtually everyone. I've had little old ladies sitting there saying, "Oh, I don't need that."
You know, my mum is 71, 72, I think, this year. And I gave her one and I thought she's never going to use it.
Yeah. Well,
she loves it.
I sold it to an 87-year-old lady the other day, which was wonderful. I thought, that was a real, Now, also, it gives you a template for plucking if you want to.
Yes.
Make it, right. Just open your eyes and look surprised, and then put it on that bit there where you go, ooh, ooh, that's it. Ooh.
Amazing.
Now, they say the eyes are the window of the soul, and the eyebrows are the frame of that window. But look at the difference that's made.
Thumbs up.
And someone looking at you will realise that you're a young, fresh lady and not an old woman. So it does take 10 years off you. No, it does. It literally does. You don't have to worry about it. But when you get older, you do worry about these things.
No, I do love it. It's one of my... I didn't use it as much as I did.
Now, if you don't want to bother with the stencils, that you're rushing out the door, I don't use the stencils that often, to be honest.
I do if I'm going out for the evening.
So what I tend to do, I'm the light one, so what I tend to do is I use the straight edge, and this would be good for filling in if you wanted to make them thicker as well. And then I literally just do this. So if you can see my eyebrows under there, I will just freehand go over my eyebrows and... So quick, and it's actually much more natural than a pencil, because it stays on all day. You won't have to do anything to that until you go to bed. Then you just wash it off, and it's a natural mineral. So, and again, if
there's
I just
no harmful chemicals.
Now there's a little rule of thumb about eyebrows and where they start and finish. So what you do, you get your brush, the corner of your nose to the corner of your eye, your inner eye, is where it should start.
Yeah.
The corner of your nose and the outside is where it should end. So I should actually go slightly more, just to make it look much more natural, slightly more out at the edge. And then where the arch of your eye should be is where your pupil is if you look straight in the mirror, which is exactly where it is. So that's the rule of thumb with eyebrows. It does make a massive difference.
Such a difference.
If I don't do it, I look in the mirror later on in the day, I feel naked, which is not very nice. So those are on sale, but I would say the best value is the £27 kit, which comes with the stencils, the brush, because it saves you £10.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculously
and I love
good.
having a kit.
And the box, the first thing you do with the box is take it out anyway, isn't it, really?
Yes.
So I would say...
It's blurred. It doesn't work.
Say that again?
It's blurred. It's not working.
Oh, what isn't working?
If I get it too close, it won't. It doesn't focus.
Okay.
So can you guys keep sharing? And also, as I said earlier when I first started, if you spend over £25 tonight, by midnight, your name will be going into a draw, and somebody is going to be the hostess for the evening, which means somebody will get 15% commission of all what is sold tonight. If we sold £300 of products tonight, somebody will be getting £45 worth of free makeup. So make sure you're in that draw. Right. So, shall we move on?
Well, yes, there is actually another product. We haven't got it here.
We have.
Oh, we have. We have got it. Lovely.
Lash.
The Lash Extension Kit, which is the first thing I ever bought when I started Tropic. In fact, it's the reason I joined Tropic. I'd had an awful accident with my an eyelash perm. I don't ever have an eyelash perm. It went wrong on me anyway. So it broke my eyelashes halfway down. So I ended up ringing my friend, who I knew was a Tropic ambassador, Lee, my friend Lee, and she said, what you need is the Lash Extension Kit. So what she did was pop it in the post to me the next day. I got it, and it's literally saved me, because my eyelashes were so short that I just couldn't go out of the house almost. My daughter's almost fell out completely because she had it done at the same time, just before a wedding.
I've heard of it.
It's called, and I think it's called an eyelash. I don't know what they call it, a curl or something. They're trying to make them go up, but it's an eyelash perm. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it myself. So what we have here, we have our wonderful mascara, which comes in just one colour black, but it seems to suit most people. Might be coming in other colours soon, we don't know. And then you've got the vegan fibres, which are very, very, very fine. They really are. They're not silks. A lot of people use silk in this sort of thing, but they're a black nylon. Very, very fine, and they stick to the mascara and make your eyelashes look longer.
Yes.
So I'm not going to do it on me because this is your one, but I'm going to mime it.
Yeah.
All right. So this is what you do. It comes in 3 stages with 2 products.
Yeah.
You can buy them separately as well. You can buy them as a kit. If you buy them as a kit, it saves you £6. Might be a bit more than that. Anyway, how much? Saves you £3. £3 if you buy them.
Savings, savings are savings.
So this is normally £18, it's normally 10, and you buy the 2 for 25.
Okay.
So what you do, you get your mirror, and I always do the bottom first. So I do the bottom, on both sides, and then I do the top on one.
Okay.
And then literally, as soon as I've done that top one, get the other fibres, and I wiggle the fibres through, so that they look very fluffy. I don't put them on the bottom. So they're now all fluffy. Yeah. And then I do the other eye. So I would then put the top on there, and I sort of take my time to get that nice. And then I do the other eye with the fibres. So I will just sort of wiggle it through, pull it through, wiggle it through. Okay. So I've got 2 fluffy eyes. They look quite fluffy at this point. Put that one. Now that's a dry product, so that's fine. It never dries out. But you always don't ever pump your mascara in and out, because it dries it out. It pumps the air in and it dries the mascara out. So if you want to make it last longer. Now, how long would you think you need to keep a mascara before you change it?
I would say no longer than 3 months.
Well, people say 3 months, but they never do. But you should really, really think about not using it past 6 months. If you used it for a year, I believe there's enough poison from the toxins and the bacteria that would actually kill a rat.
Wow.
Never mind the fact that it's actually making your eyes irritated every time you put that onto your eyes. And a lot of people suddenly think, I'm allergic to that mascara, and it's nothing of the sort. It's actually just so horribly infected, especially if it's on a warm windowsill, which is where you put your makeup on. You're getting all that bacterial growth in there. So in our mascara we have beautiful things that make your eyelashes grow. Panthenol, which is in fact it makes your eyelashes soft, so they're not brittle and hard. So it makes your eyelashes good condition and it helps them grow stronger. So what you do, the second stage, which is about 20, so by the time you've done that eye with the fibres, you go back with another bit of this, and I actually take a bit of time to go up, and I actually do it like this. This is what Lee taught me to do. She said, if you do that, it makes all the fibres go the same direction. And it really does work.
Which makes sense.
Oh, it's massively. And then do the other eye. You do exactly the same. Now, if you're going out in the evening, that might be your daytime look, or you might just want to use mascara.
See, in the day, I use the gel for my day, and then if I go out and I jazz it up at night.
So you could use the mascara in the day, and then at night do exactly the same. Put another coat of mascara, then your fibres, and another one. But if you were going out straight from, you just do 2 layers. So you do it, repeat the whole thing again. And in some instances, I mean, I know Lee's look amazing. Lee's eyelashes look incredible when she uses this. Mine are really short anyway, so it makes them look normal. But it's a wonderful product, and people come back for more when they've run out. So if you're wondering what to get, that's a really good one.
That's really good.
Absolutely. And then we have the lip liner. So we've got this lovely lip liner called Stripped, and it's exactly the same price. It's £14. Now a lot of pencils, lip pencils, I find very drying. This is the opposite. It's actually really moisturising, because it's got things in it that make it so. So it comes in this very beautiful colour, which is called Stripped, and it goes with virtually every lip colour. I mean, in fact, it really does. Now I always put my lip liner on my lip line, so I actually just do on the lip line, and then I fill in the colour. And then it gives you the option to do a couple of other things. Because I can't really wear thick lipstick to work. It's just not really the thing to do. And a lot of people don't really want to wear thick lipstick anyway. But this makes your lips look really defined. But if you use it, it won't dry them out. You've got the same sharpener with a little, that tiny bit at the end, and it lasts for ages and ages. So what it has in it to make it more moisturising, it's got castor oil, so it's really good. It's got coconut oil, vitamin E, and it's got calendula, which is a lovely calming flower. It's actually a marigold, and it's there for moisturisation. So it's got 4 things in it that moisturise, and it works really well. So a lot of people just use that with one of our lip glosses, or with one of our lip gloss. We've got something called Lip Love, which is a lovely orangey coloured lip balm, which has got carrot and orange in it, which is safe enough for a child. If they ate it, it would be absolutely fine. So Lip Love and that is a very natural colour, and the Lip Love is £5 and that's 14, so that's
great value,
really good value. And the Lip Love you can see on your shop if you put it into your shop, £5, and it lasts for ages. So we have some lovely lipsticks here, and these are called Colour Click. And they've got a very beautiful applicator. If I show you, where's the lid? There's the lid. So we find a lid for you. So it twists up like that. When you've popped it away, it clicks. And then to get it out again, you just pull it out. It's actually
that's great, isn't it?
Chanel do the same delivery system.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So our lipsticks are £14. They're not on sale, but they last for ages.
That's great value, really.
And because we've got very, very neutral colours, if I actually show you, they suit. One of them will suit someone. In fact, most people can wear at least 3, because at the moment we've got a fairly small colour palette of only 7. So I won't tell you the names, but well, actually we might tell you the names because you might want to see which colours they are. So if we go through them one by one. So this one here is that Jazzberry Jam. I think it is. Raspberry Jam is a sort of plummy one, which is a little bit shiny. It's got a little bit of sparkle in it, a little bit of silver sparkle. It's a really lovely one. It's a very, very nice party one. I think you're wearing that one, and I think you've got something else on top of it, but this is Jazzberry Jam, very, very popular. This one is the one I tend to use when I don't know what to put on someone because it suits everyone. It's called In Bloom, and it's the classic, you know, suits everyone. It's not too pink, not too blue colours. It's nice and neutral.
It's a bit like your neutral one.
Yeah, it's a bit like a coloured lip balm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And that's called In Bloom. Then we have, I think that must be, is that Sweet Pea? Sweet Pea? My eyesight's getting going old.
Peach Perfect.
Right, we've got Peach Perfect, which is a lovely warm pinky peach.
Nice colour.
Gorgeous colour. We have a lovely red, which is Poppy, which I think is...
In your hand.
Oh, this is
No.
This is...
That's Poppy.
Yeah, this is Poppy. So Poppy is a classic red, and apparently Susie's done this shade because it goes with everyone. Everyone can wear Poppy. Because some people can't wear certain reds, but there is always a red that people can wear. But this is very, very good because it's got a slight blue rather than an orange tint. It doesn't make your lips, doesn't make your teeth look yellow. Okay. Susie always has this beautiful red lipstick with white teeth, and that's the one she uses. So it's her colour.
All of those colours, I like all of them. There's not one that I
And we've got Dragon Fruit, which is another one I love. I really like Dragon Fruit. And then we have a very pale one, which is called Sweet Pea. That one is a little bit too pale for me, but it's lovely on lovely blonde. Blonde is really good in that one. And then the final one is Rosehip, which is a rich maca mulberry.
Right,
that's a really common one. People love that one, so you would look good in that.
Yeah.
So they are gorgeous and they're really good for your lips. And in fact, we've got one of our lovely assistants is modelling them on her arm. So if you, she's done a little stripe there to show the different colours. And yeah. So that's
in the order that
we just told you. So that's that. So why are they so good? They have jojoba oil in them. They have avocado oil, which really softens the lips, and argan, which is a Moroccan nut. I've seen it being made, and it's really rich, and in fact it's really good for your hair as well.
Yes.
Very good for your hair, lips and skin in general. Argan oil, it's a wonderful product.
So they're great, and they're vegan as well.
Yeah, they're vegan, they're gluten-free, they're now because people that are celiac have got problems if they ingest or eat wheat. So because ours is gluten-free, it means if you lick your lips and you've got the lipstick and the lip gloss and the lip love, everything that you would actually lick off your lips, it will be in your mouth within 15 seconds because you can't help allow a little bit of the product into your mouth, and it will actually be in your bloodstream shortly after. It's the same with something on your skin. If you put it on your skin, 26 seconds later it's in your bloodstream. That's why nicotine patches and HRT patches work. So again, we don't want to put anything with gluten in because it's not going to, anyone with celiac disease, it's a trigger and it could cause a problem. Now these are 3 wonderful products and I've helped make them, so I know what the ingredients are. We have rosehip oil, we have vitamin E, we have something called candelilla wax, we have passion fruit extract and strawberry extract, so they smell and taste nice. In fact, they don't really taste, but they certainly smell nice.
Yeah.
They've got a little bit of sparkle. That one's got a little bit of sparkle in it. It's gorgeous.
I love sparkle.
Yeah, so do I. So we've got pink champagne, which is our most popular colour because it's one of the safe ones.
Yeah, it's like a neutralised.
Yeah, it's £14. They have a lovely little foam applicator which you just smear on. So they're really moisturising. Everyone says when they use these, it feels like they're using a lip balm.
Oh really?
Yeah, because it really does, and it stays on better.
Okay.
Then you have this gorgeous, rich, plummy sugar plum.
Always go for the plum.
Yeah, so that's gorgeous. And I think you've got a bit of that on, haven't you, on top of your jazzberry jam. And then this one is was specially made for one of my friends because she was requesting a lovely pink, and it's called Candy Pop. Lee on the Isle of Wight. Hello Lee, if you're watching. This was made, Susie said this one's for you Lee, because she wanted a lovely
nice
pink.
colour.
It's gorgeous and it really is a very pretty one and everyone can wear that. So Susie's chosen colours that really suit most people because out of the 3 you'll probably say I really want that one and that one, I'm not bothered about that one, or I want that one, I'm not bothered about that one, but I like that one. Yeah. So what she's done is given you an offer. So this special offer is they're £14. If you buy all 3 in a trio, comes in a nice little box, you get 1 free. So it's £28 for all 3 of them.
That's good.
They last me a long time actually. So you don't seem to need to reapply them as often as you might think with other ones because you tend not to lick them off so much. So those lip glazes, let me see.
How much is their lip glazes?
They are they're £14.
28.
So 3, 4, 28 in that lip trio.
Perfect.
So, so you've got vitamin E, you've got plant polymers to make shine and silkiness.
Okay.
Jojoba and fruit extract. So we mentioned fruit, passion fruit, and a little bit of vanilla. So that's nice.
Sounds like you want to eat it. We've got
Yeah, so that's all the makeup we do. But we've got a couple of other things in the sale we thought we'd like to tell you about.
Tell about as they're in the sale. Why not?
I love this one. This is the Awaken the Senses 100% organic body massage, body oil, hair oil, nail oil. And it smells of lime and neroli and all sorts of lovely things. It has got in it a skeleton leaf. So it's got a little leaf in there that is actually a magnolia leaf. It's got lime leaf extract in it, but it's a magnolia leaf in there. It's a little skeleton leaf. Beautiful smell. Smells like it's just citrusy. Great. Wakes you up in the morning, which is why it's called Awaken the Senses. It's normally £28. It's really good as a hair oil.
Yeah.
So what I tend to do, if I'm washing my hair in the morning, I've got quite dry hair, so I might put this on last thing at night. Just rub it into my hair and leave it on overnight, and it doesn't even make your pillowcase, basically, because it seems to go in. You can use it in your bath, a few drops in your bath. You can use it as a massage oil. It's got a lovely slip time. It's very
It's really versatile.
Really versatile. But the other thing you can do with it is mix it with one of our other products called Body Love, which is a beautiful moisturiser. And if you put a bit of that in, it really does make it even more luxurious. It's normally £28. It lasts for ages. It's completely organic. It has no fragrance added. It's just the ingredients in there.
Okay.
And it's £22.60, I believe, with the discount.
In the August sale?
24.
24?
No, sorry.
£22.60.
Thank
They
you.
added 28. So
that's
these
awesome.
last for ages as well. They go on forever. So that's a really good one. We also have in the sale, this is Susie's favourite product.
22.40.
I love it.
22.40, the other one, this is 22.40. Right, so we have this super duper product called Good Skin Day. I'm so pleased it's on sale, so I should be buying it for me again, because I use this all the time. I probably use it 3 times a week. So what it is, it's a resurfacing serum. So it comes in a lovely little bottle like that. Smells amazing.
It does smell amazing.
Let me just give you,
Yes,
let me have a little reminder. So
lovely.
it's like a gel, and it tastes nice too. Remember I said our products are good enough to eat?
Yes.
Well, there's no harmful chemicals in them. So this is full of fruit. So it's got papaya, mango, lime, caviar, which is a certain sort of lime that's got little tiny seeds in it, like beads of lime juice, and many other fruits as well.
It's amazing.
And it's got amino acids in it too. So it's a light sort of jelly texture, isn't it?
It is really.
What this does, it basically takes all the dead skin off the surface of your face in a very gentle way. So what I tend to do, when I bought it, I thought I'll wear it in gradually, because it's quite an intense product, and I wouldn't use it if I had broken skin. So if I had psoriasis or eczema and it was a bit sore, I probably wouldn't use it until I'd repaired that. But it's really good at making your skin strengthen, because it tends to help it sort of thicken. And I don't mean thicken in a bad way, in a good way, because the wrinkles start going. When your skin gets thicker, it looks, we get thinner skin as we get older. So if you start making it work better and make more collagen, this is going to stimulate. So this is the Good Skin Day, and I use it 3 days in a row when I got it. So I used it 10 minutes one night and washed it off, 30 minutes the next night and washed it off, and then the last night I used it overnight. And then after that, every 3rd night, so roughly every 3rd night. So you do a cleanse, tone, and then put this on, and then just let it dry, and it will resurface your skin. In the morning when you wash it off, you can't believe how clean and clear your skin is, because it's taken all the glue and the dead skin cells from the surface, and over 3 days it will really get it back to what it should be. But you need to be aware that you've made your skin much more sensitive to sunlight, because the dead skin that acts as a bit of a barrier isn't there. So you need to make sure you've got an SPF. Something like your Beauty Boost would be perfect, or a good sunscreen. But it is the most amazing product, and Susie uses it an awful lot, and her skin is beautiful. So can't tell you about that. It's £42 normally, but in the sale it's right down to £33.60. So I will definitely be treating myself to another one of those, and it lasts me about 8 months. So
that's not bad.
It just goes on and on, because you don't use it every day. No. You only need it sort of 3 times a week, every 3rd, 2nd or 3rd day.
Well, thanks, Jenny, for
I hope
coming and telling everybody about the makeup. And as I said, if anybody wants to, got any questions, just carry on and comment or message me. And anybody that wants to place an order, I shall put up a link again now that you can place your order, and tomorrow I will be going on a live and I will be letting somebody know, well, I'll be letting you all know, I'll draw the name out of the hat and somebody will win the hostess gift, which will give them 15% commission of anything that we sell tonight. So it could be a good thing. You could choose some really nice makeup, whatever you wish. Thanks again, everybody.
Thank you for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Hope you've enjoyed that. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, I've learned a lot. Thank you very much.
Eyebrows look good.
Take care.